Hello. I have been leaving this machine alone, turned on for more than an hour. And I have in fact looked online to see what things say about green screens and blue screens and flashing things, and actually it's funny, the flash codes that I have found are not at all helpful. They just go up to like 4. And then the green screen, it talks about all kinds of chip RAM disasters. And the blue screen, I don't remember what it talks about, but see, all the self-testing things are all part of, guess what, Kickstart. And as Kickstart, Sheldon is sort of in charge of everything. I'm surprised that no one has said, you know, if you're having all these things, but everything else seems fine, maybe try another Kickstart. Maybe I'll write something about that. Okay, here we have our boy. Look, this is Sheldon. This is Sheldon, Mr. Fluffy Cat Sheldon. Hi, Sheldon. Have you come to talk to the people? Do you want to talk? Do you want to purr? Do you want to look around? Sheldon? Yes. Ooh. What's up, Mr. Sheldon? What you doing? Are you having a hard day? Oh, I know. I know. Has Penny been bothering you? Has Penny? What are you doing? Oh, do you want to go down? Okay. That was fun. Coming in. Bye. Bye-bye. 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 So I am pressing Control, not Amiga, but because this is an old original machine, Control, Commodore, Amiga. And it's doing just fine, it's doing just fine. Bye, Sheldon. Come again. There was one other thing I saw, which, when I stole the ROM out of here, oh my, what is that doing? That's weird. Well, I'm not doing that one. No, that's not the one. Which drive? Where was I? Was dead. Yeah. Okay. I don't know when things started to change in terms of the internal disk drives in these machines. But I did notice sometimes the power connector is towards the front of the machine, sometimes it's towards the back. And which one is earlier? I don't know. Sheldon? Or is that Penny? No, that's Sheldon. Sheldon! Don't do bad things, please. So I'm continuing to boot this. And I think I have not secured this, so I'm just going to peek inside for a moment. Yes. This, I believe, is the earlier drive that I have in here, where the power connector is towards the back of the machine, and the the ribbon cable is towards the front. I believe that is the way it should be. I do. So for all of you out there tinkering on an Amiga, before you get pulled off into some awful, what is this? Gigmem. Another workbench. Before you get dragged off into all kinds of other issues and testing things and such, I'm going to turn this off. It seems to me that one of the first things to do is to try a different kickstart, because all the goodness that's in that machine, or all the testing in that machine, all the startup things and everything else is in the kickstart. So if something's wrong in the kickstart, then that is perhaps troublesome. Okay, that is not what I'm after. What is this? Okay, so here is a Workbench 1.3 chip, and even though my careful notes, of course, do not make reference to this, at least I don't think they do, just so things don't get lost. See, I'm trying to have all the machines sort of up to date. What do we got here? Right. I need to update this, because this now no longer has Workbench 1.2. It has 1.3. Alright. So I've had this off for a bit. I'm going to turn it on, and that's for Workbench. Yeehaw. And it comes up over and over and over and over again. So, indeed, I'm thinking more and more that Workbench 1.2 chip is bad. And I think indeed I will at some point probably bend the pins over and mount 2, maybe 3 little things on the back to turn it into a lapel pin of some sort. I kind of wish more of the chips had sort of cooler graphics on the back of them. But you know. So, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. So it's funny, because of course I find things. I was heading back over here into the dungeon here, and I found a couple of things that at some point I'll have to piece everything together and try. But I know this does not go with the Amiga thing. But you know what? I mean, basically, this was... Oh! The plate is missing. Oh dear Lord. It must have... Maybe it's over there. Anyway, this is a hard drive for a 64. And it's called the Lieutenant Colonel. Well, there should be a plate here. I don't know what happened. Good golly, Miss Molly. Anyway, I believe... Ooh, this looks a little bit... the connector. Anyway, I got this from Z-Tech, and I used it and showed it around, and I wonder where the plate would be. Anyway, I think really this is just a SCSI, small computer standard interface hard drive, and they got themselves together and made it work on the Commodore 64. Let me look over here. Let's see if I see a plate. Huh. I do not. Well, we'll have to dig into that sometime. Somewhere I know I have the interface to go with it. And such. There is also down there, good golly, another 1541, a monitor, and some sort of Amiga 2000, which has not been tested yet. It has not. I'm just trying to ponder. Other things that I might do or list online tonight. There is, you know, when you list on eBay, it's a beautiful thing. I like it. They take typically 10%. But that's not a bad thing, because typically, when the world is your market, normally you get probably a little bit more than what you would if you otherwise, probably more than 10% more. But on big things, of course, 10% can add up a lot faster than little things. Or, well, I guess it's not faster, it just, you sell a whole lot of little things, it'll add up. But anyway, I have, anyway, they have a special right now, and it only lasts maybe another hour or so, and that is that you can list things, and it's free to list it, which, I mean, that's not a big thing, it's only like 30 cents, but the maximum fee that they take is $1. So that does make a big difference when you're listing big things. So I'm trying to think one more thing that I might put up. I am and I think maybe, yep, this is still working, I may put up, it's hiding back here, I'm not sure if I can get it, I think I can get it, yeah, this would probably be good. Whoa. Now, this is not due to time. This is not the prettiest thing in the world at the moment, but it could be better. But this, with rust included, is sort of what Commodore did with the VIC-20. So that it kind of, I'm coming, turned it into a pet. Kind of. There. You could put the VIC-20 inside. You had spots for 5 cartridges. You've plugged your VIC-20 power supply in there, and then you plugged this cord into the VIC-20, and it passed power through, and it was good. And I've done some things if you've seen them on this. But you know, then you can set a monitor, the whole thing, it's kind of encased. What is this? 9 volts, 25 watts, serial number WG5548. Made in Germany. Anyway, oh my. You know, it's funny, I was looking online, and it kept talking about how they had 6 slots. And I kept saying, but there's only 5. I swear it, I see 5. And just now, I had a look. And there's the 6th one out the back. Imagined. So, I think, as cool as this is, and as rare as this is, it might be something that I would consider passing along to other people. So, I'm going to do this again. So I think I'm going to take it upstairs, shoot some pictures, and list it. So if you're interested, keep an eye. And do not be afraid to make an offer. All offers will be seriously, entertained. They may not be accepted, but they will be entertained. Because, you know, I'm trying to get rid of things. But I do want them to go to good homes. But I've kept them a long time. I've spent money on storage, etc., etc., etc. So, you know. Anyway, so I'm going to turn this fine example of an Amiga back on. And it comes up in after Workbench. And it's just fine. So, and if you remember from our last things, it was screwing up, and I turned it off, and within probably 10 seconds had a new Workbench chip in there. And there's been not one error since. Not one. So, I believe that I have found the answer.
That was easy. You don't know the power of the dark side.
Indeed. So, I'm happy to say that this machine is no longer visiting the Twilight Zone. For if it was, you would not see me doing this. Oh, this is cool. It's almost midnight. It is the call of the wild. So, as much as I might think about leaving this on all night, I'm not going to. I'm going to pop the disc. I'm going to turn it off so it can rest. So can I. I'm going to take the VIC 1020. It's funny, I'm trying to think. I'm sure there was something else that had that number. I know the external drive was a 1010 for the Amiga. Just something about the 1020 number sticks in my head. Anyway, I will carry on. And at the moment, I will let this sit. I will test it more tomorrow. I'll see if I have any offers on it. And, I might, but when I'm brave. Well, I'm not brave enough to take, oh yeah, I really got to check out the keyboard too. There's a kind of keyboard that was the original, and they called it the Space Invaders keys, because apparently underneath where the keys go on, it looks like a little man from Space Invaders. I haven't looked at that, and the keyboard does need cleaning, but I just haven't been brave enough. And it's not that I have not cleaned bunches and bunches and bunches of keyboards, it's just I really don't want to break something on this. I do not. So, enough for now. I have maybe an hour to get this thing listed, and so I shall. Bye for now.